Welcome to Influence and Impact. My name is Philip Van Hooser. In this program, we introduce the world to individuals who are truly making a difference where they are with what they've got. Take a minute or two to consider the words we use and the different perceptions those words can create in our minds and in our lives. Consider words like fear and courage, difficulty and determination, victim and hero. To most of us, these words sound like opposites, but to our guest today, they represent the real world. Chad Hymas is just like many of us. He's a husband and a father. He's a business owner and an active member of his community. He dreams big dreams and then works to do what he can to make those dreams come true. But at the same time, Chad Hymas is unlike most of us. You see, at age 27, Chad broke his neck in a freak farming accident. The accident rendered Chad a quadriplegic. Chad, thanks so much for being with us today, brother.
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
April the 3rd, 2001 was a horrible day, the day of your accident.
Most people would probably call it that.
Well, I want to know about the day before April the 3rd. Tell me about April the 2nd, 2001.
April the 2nd, my life before was probably like most. I was comfortable going where I was going, doing what I was doing. I was active physically, played on a softball Super League team. I reffed basketball, had two beautiful children. Christian was 3, Kyler was 1, and I was also married to the girl of my dreams. I can also tell you on April 2nd, the day sticks out because that day my wife and I had an argument, and we often reflect back on that day, and we were quick to make up on the evening of April 2nd, and the very next day was a changing day for both of us, and so we reflect back on some of the things that we took for granted.
Tell me about your business. I know that you were a businessman before the accident. Tell me about your business and how it was growing.
I was a contractor. For 7 years, I had my dream was to plant trees, plant flowers, and plant grass. Put in sprinklers, mow people's lawns. That's what I did for a living. Both of my brothers helped me build that business, and we had done it for 7 years, and it was fun. I absolutely enjoyed that. And for a hobby, I raised elk. Loved the elk farm, and that's kind of what we did for fun on the side. So.
If I would have been speaking to you on April the 2nd, 2001, at that stage in your life, what would you have told me your dreams and aspirations for the future would have been?
Dreams were to have a big family. Wanted to move forward in my coaching hobby and see if I couldn't pursue maybe some collegiate reffing opportunities, and had big dreams for the landscaping business. We had 30 plus employees at the time, and we were building and things. And then I had the 2 boys who were the highlights of my life, Christian and Kyler.
And then the accident. The accident happens.
The accident happened, and many people, including my own mother, called what happened to me a tragedy. And indeed it was tragic, but as I look back on the accident, I believe that change brings opportunity. And the accident that day, as we look back, wasn't so tragic after all. It brought a lot of opportunity with it. But it wasn't that way for the first little while.
Well, I sort of say the opportunity couldn't have been apparent immediately.
Absolutely not. No,
there had to be a lot of concern, maybe
fear,
even fear.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I woke up from surgery. The doctor said that I had busted 3 of the 7 vertebrae in my neck, C4, C5, and C6. And due to that injury, I had lost the complete use of my feet, my legs, lost all my stomach muscles, 2 out of my 3 major chest muscles, most of the strength and use of my arms. And I lost the complete use and feeling of my fingers and hands. No question in my mind, there was fear, uncertainty. Could I still be a husband? Could I still be a father? Could I work? And that was the fear.
How did you cope in those early days with that fear? Did you share those fears with others, or were you in some sort of lonely isolation?
Let me put it to you this way. I was in the hospital for 63 days, and I was comfortable there because I was around people that were like me, and I still had the belief that this wasn't really happening. It wasn't until after I got home that I realized what those doctors had been trying to teach me. They told me that a high percentage of people, Phil, who are like me, often lost their spouse within the first couple of months. I wasn't listening to them back then, what they were trying to teach me. When I got home, I realized what they were trying to teach me. They told me that I wouldn't lose Shondell because she wouldn't love me anymore. That's not why. The doctor said, Chad, you're going to push her away. I didn't understand what he was saying until I got home, and then I realized what he was trying to say.
There had to be moments when you didn't know that if you were man enough to rise to this occasion. Did you ever consider giving up?
Absolutely. I hid myself from the world for 2 or 3 months. And then there was a day that changed all that. But absolutely. I let myself believe that I couldn't do the things that I used to do. I let myself believe that I couldn't teach my kids how to play the game of ball. I let myself believe that I couldn't possibly love Shondell the way that I used to. How could I possibly court her the way that we did for 7 years?
Yeah. Well, you said just a moment ago that there was a day, and we certainly want to hear about that day where the change took place, but we'll have to do that after a break. Stay with us, and we'll be back with Chad Hymas in just a minute.